Okay, so I've got a few different TRX products in, and I just wanted to help people understand what they can do with them, how they can set them up, where they can set them up as well. The first one we're going to have a look at is actually the TRX RIP Trainer. The TRX RIP Trainer will come unscrewed, and these parts will be together, so there'll be two parts. Just place them together, and that centre will just swivel into place. You have a safety strap on the end, so a really good way to make sure it doesn't slip off your hand is just to use that, slide that up into position, and then back down again. So that will be really useful for people who are going to be doing some grip training. Then it comes to this part here. So this anchor point, what you can do with the anchor point is either wrap it around something, and then you can literally hook that over the top. Now, for example, if there is something heavy behind you, it might be a tree, a fence, park bench, or potentially using it at home. If you've got a sofa which is going to be sturdy enough, take it around the leg, hook it into position, and then from there you can work off that. All you need to do is make sure that your sofa is going to be sturdy enough and it's in place and it's not going to move around. But this will still allow you to start to be able to work from different positions and work on that as well. So that's how you can set up your RIP trainer. An alternative to setting it up is going to be using potentially a door as well. So you can see this is our door anchor for the RIP trainer. So for this, the anchor point just drops into that door anchor. And this foam part here, this is what you're going to shut behind the door. Okay. Now the key thing behind this is when you shut it behind the door, which ideally is then going to be locked into place, or at least when you're pulling it, it means that the door is always going to be pulled shut and you're going to be working against it. So think of the door, it's going to be inside where the hinges are. One of the best top tips for this one is to actually go the opposite side, stick through this little extender part here, and then once that part's through, that's when you can hook it on. That's then in the door frame, and then from there you can start doing your workout. Although with the RIP trainer, it doesn't actually need to be anchored to anything. The swiveling eye bolt on the end here allows you to hook the anchor point on in different positions, and you can still do home workouts, doing lots of different exercises, even if it is just going to be positioning it at different parts, and then you can start to still work in different positions as well. So lots of different exercises that you can do in different places, from biceps, upright rows, you can go into kneeling positions, and then start to work on shoulders and chest as well, even bent over rows. So loads of different exercises that you can do with it set up in a different position. Just hook it onto the position there. So just see that swiveling eye bolt, it just hooks on, and then that carabiner will lock it into place. So back to your TRX RIP trainer. Taking yourself onto a TRX suspension trainer. So a lot of people see the TRX suspension trainer set up in gyms, whether it be a gym like we've got here. So ideally what you're looking for is an anchor point which is going to be between 7 and 9 foot. So I've got a TRX which is set up on the ceiling. This one is great because it means that when I fully lengthen the straps, you're looking for about 2 to 3 inches off the floor. So if that helps people get set up, then that would be a really good investment of money. It's a really good way to work the whole body. The best parts about it really is the fact that it is so adaptable. You can take it absolutely anywhere as well. So think about using that one. Now, I say 7 to 9 foot up in the air. There is a part on the suspension trainer which is here. Now, this is our Equaliser Loop and our locking loop. Now, if you can get this to be around about 6 foot, which, I mean, if you're around about the 6 foot height, as long as for me this is around about forehead height, then that's absolutely perfect. So if we can get that at forehead height, or the other way of measuring it is when you fully lengthen the straps 2 to 3 inches off the floor. But yet again, if you haven't got a tree or a ceiling that you can anchor something to, again, you have a door anchor. Your door anchor is going to come in parts like this. Very simply, you just hook the carabiner over the door anchor. This is going to go over the door. It's going to go as close to the hinge of the door as possible. And again, you want the door to be shut against the frame. So when you're putting against it, you have the structure of the frame helping suspend you as well and keep yourself in a strong position. Okay, but again, top tips would be to put it close to the door anchor and right next to the hinge of the door as well. So get yourself in a position there. There are different types of TRX kit. You'll be able to see some of the differences that we've got here, especially in terms of the width of the kit as well. So you're about to see our commercial grade product, which is going to be used for different gyms and health clubs. But at the same time, I have this one, which I travel around different hotels, different countries that I go to. So this one is our kind of travel kit. A TRX Fit, a TRX Go, TRX Move. These are all products which are really easy, a little bit lighter as well, and these can be hung up over a door really, really simply. So that's another way of doing it. But if you are looking at an anchor point where potentially it's going to be higher than the sort of 7 to 9 foot that we'd recommend, what you can do is you can use an extender. An extender from TRX allows you to get a little bit more height. So if you imagine you've got a higher beam, this wraps around, simply just pull it through, that hooks into the middle, and then you can put another yellow TRX extender here, and then your suspension trainer underneath there as well. So you've got a few different options to help set these up. And if you are looking for any more help, then just drop me a message and I can help you get it done. Happy TRXing.